Right, folks, I've got a question for you. Has anybody been watching that Trigger Point on about ITV? Have you been watching it? Are you still watching it? I think it's still on ITV, but I've finished it on, is it ITVX? I watched them all. Watched the last one last night, and I've just got one scene to mention to you all. I couldn't believe it. I mean, a lot of it's been far-fetched. Reasonably entertaining, but very much far-fetched. Totally unlike the post office thing that preceded it. But no, there was a scene on there only the other day, and I thought to myself, now it's a bit of a spoiler if you've not seen it, but it's not a massive spoiler. You can carry on with it and it won't cock up the plot for you one iota. Now obviously, it's all about the old lady from, you know what, can't think what it was called, you know what it, anyway, don't matter what it was called, you know what she was in, with the old wee donkey and whatever else. Anyway, it's all about her diffusing bombs, that's all she does. Every episode, she diffuses bombs. Sometimes they don't diffuse, but that's another story. Anyway, I'm thinking about episode 3, episode 4, there's a big wedding going on, and they think there's a bomb being planted at the wedding, but they don't know. Right at the last minute, she manages herself to think where it might be. No other policemen do, she's always ahead of the game. She manages to think where it might be. And it turns out, here's the spoiler alert, but honestly, you can listen to this, it won't affect you. It turns out it's in a set of old toilets, you know, the old portable toilets. There's portable toilets on the site near the wedding venue. The wedding venue is a big mansion, a monstrous mansion, massive. There's about 80 guests, all bankers with lots of money. It's a big to-do. It's a big to-do. Anyway, she notices these toilets and she thinks they've only been brought on the last day or so. They've been towed on. I'll go and have a look at them. She goes in the toilets. 3 of the doors are open. 2 of the doors are closed, out of order. And I said straight away, well, it's going to be here, isn't it? You don't get brand new toilets delivered to a site for a big wedding and 2 of them are out of order before they've got there for anyone's used them. Anyway, as she digs a bit deeper, turns out the doors have not only been closed and taped over, they've been screwed together so you can't get in. Aye, she thinks, something's amiss here. She goes underneath the thing, takes a plate off because she sees there's been a plate put on, screws the plate off, sees a bomb. Oh, wait a minute, she thinks. There's only a minute and a half to go. Oh my goodness, we're not going to defuse this in time. There's that much explosives here, she says. It'll blow down the old building. Now, it's probably about 80 or 100 yards from the building. And the building's a big mansion. And when I say mansion, it's probably got about 16 or 18 bedrooms. Could be bigger than that. Like a little hotel. All built of brick. Massive place. And it's full of well-to-do people. She thinks we've not got time to defuse it. So what does she think? She goes looking for a car with a tow bar. While she's doing this, her pal is sorting out the doofridge under the, lifting up all the legs and whatever on the toilet. So if she finds a car, they can link it to the tow bar and they can tow it away. They want it to blow up out the way. Very clever, you might think. Anyway, takes them most of the minute to do. She finds a Range Rover with a tow bar. You've never seen anyone hook anything as quick in all your life. I mean, I don't think it's possible, but I've never towed anything. It's hooked up in no time. She drags it away, and you see the clock there on the old bomb. It's a bit like James Bond with the 007. It doesn't get to 7, it gets well past 7. I think they're on about 10 seconds, 8 seconds. She jumps out the car. She's not the world's fastest runner. She's no Linford Christie. You see her running in most episodes. She can't run Save a Life. She's extremely slow. I think when I'm a bit older and I've got my Zimmer frame, I think I'd catch her in a Zimmer frame. That gives you an idea of how quick she is. Anyway, she begins to run away because she knows it's going to go off the bomb. She's parked up the old Range Rover and the bog's there. I'm sorry, I could use a better term, but bogs came to mind. She's running away. She gets about 50 yards away. Boom, it goes up. She dives because the blast pushes her into the ground. Anyway, you don't know if she's all right, but you guess she is. Anyway, someone comes over to her. She's just dazed. And they say later, if that bomb had gone off, it'd have took the whole building out. And I'm thinking, it'd have took a building out. It's about 80 or 100 yards away from the building. It's built of stone. It's a monster building. It's probably as big as 12 big detached houses. It'd have took all that out. She's only 50 or 60 yards away. And it's not even killed her. It's just given her a bit of an headache and a fuzzy head. I'm thinking, do they think we're thick? And I've then thought to myself, I know the answer to that. They do think we're thick. That, you know, I don't mind a little bit of, you know, creative license. I don't mind sometimes if they go a bit over the top and they treat us like fools, you know, and, you know, for dramatic effect. I'll take that. But to tell us it'll take an hotel out when it was 100 and odd yards from the hotel and she's 50 yards away and all it's done is knocked her on the ground makes me think, no, I'm not having that at all. No, that There was no plus point for me on that episode. That got a 0 out of 10 from the old Britain's Grumpy Stolgate. No, I'm not having that at all. The Mercedes wasn't bad. That wasn't its high spot, I've got to admit. If you've seen it, I'm sure you'll agree. You might not have thought it at the time, but think about it now. It'll take a massive building down and it won't even hurt her. No, I'm not having that at all. Not having that at all.